So, Persona 6 might be a thing because Atlus is having its 25th anniversary for the Persona series, and I just have to beg the question, what have I done? Seriously, what have I done? So yes, Persona 6 might be a thing, but Atlus has also announced 7 other projects for the Persona series. So, what are they? What are they going to pertain to? We don't know. It just says coming soon, which is always a good thing. Announcements within announcements to get the audience talking, if you will. So what can we infer from these announcements? Absolutely nothing. However, if you go to their goods shop or their merch shop, you will see 2 things that are very interesting. The first poster I'll go over is basically all the box arts just kind of aligned here. However, there are 2 missing. And so, potentially, there might be one of a remake and one of Persona 6 is my guess here, because I don't think they'd make 2 different Persona 6s unless you really want that, guys. I don't think you do right away. It's like they have a completely different cure for the deluxe edition. That'd be painful. And the next one is posters of the different protagonists within each Persona game, and one's missing. So it would seem like Persona 6's protagonists will be announced at some point. And it just is so ominous, just this secret sitting here. So that's the best thing I can infer from here, and I don't think really anyone else has anything else to say here other than, yeah, it's probably going to be the 6th protagonist within the Persona series. Now, I know what you're thinking, that Persona 6 is going to take 1,000,001 years to come out. However, that's not really close to the truth at all. Once Atlus gets familiar with an engine, they usually pump out another game using that same engine until the next engine or whatever. So since they got so familiar with, the Persona 5 engine, I think we could potentially see this game. I'm not saying it will be next year, it could be 2023, but it seems like they're very familiar with this engine now that they can actually make another Persona game. Looking at, release patterns, Atlus is kind of all over the place here, but you see like the gap between Persona 3 and Persona 4 using the same engine, and only took them 2 to 3 years, give or take. And that's not bad at all. So that's what I think is happening here with Persona 6. They got familiar with Persona 5's engine, and they're already on the next project. And considering the fact that Persona 5 or OG came out in 2017, it's not really that far-fetched to say that Persona 6 won't be coming out soon. Which, man, I just really never thought that, they'd actually do an announcement of like 7 Persona projects within, I think, a week or 2 of me posting my video of why Persona 6 wasn't at E3. It was just meant for satirical purposes, but here I am, just... This is great. So with that being one of the announcements, let's take the other 6 and kind of just speculate what it could be. Now for the first announcement, it seems like they're going to announce something at Persona 4 related, since it is yellow. So that's what I'm going to assume. Now I know y'all are gonna be like, oh man, he really reaching here, but no, it's yellow, and I really think it's going to be Persona 4 related. I'm going to say it's going to be P4A or P4AU related, because those games are not on Steam yet, and it seems like there's been a huge resurgence in the fan base, at least as far as I'm aware, like what I watch, like Moopokes videos. So I think there is an audience for it, so I assume that this could potentially mean this, either a new game or at least like a remaster for the PC or other consoles if Atlus decides to actually put it on other platforms, which, Persona 4 Golden's still on, PC and not PS4 for some weird reason. It's just real confusing. Please just put it to PS4. It just would make more sense and more people would actually play Persona 4, which is kind of a better game to an extent than Persona 5 in terms of characters. So hopefully everyone gets, P4A and P4AU on PS4 and Steam. The next announcement that I'd like to talk about is a Persona 3 remake. I know that's one of the prominent things that I talked about on the channel, but I also want to include Persona 1 and 2 remakes. They could potentially be just doing one remake and doing an HD port of Persona 3 mixed in with portable elements, but I'm not so sure. I think it potentially might be a Persona 1, 2, and 3 sort of remake thing going on here, and that'd be really cool to have them all bundled up in a one package, but the only problem I have with that is that they won't have like any room for like extra content, if you will. It might just be like a one-to-one port, maybe a external developer does that. Could be a potential thing, but I'm gonna leave it as Persona 1 and 2 remake for right now, and potentially a Persona 3 remake 2-ish. Because they're also acknowledging FEMC, so, you know, they really might be doing it, so I'm just gonna keep my eye on that. Second thing, this is a joke by the way, Persona Q dancing all night. Imagine, just imagine. The models dancing, the Q models dancing, oh my god. I would like the music, don't get me wrong, but I think that's reaching, and I hope to god that's not a thing. Oh god, Atlus, please don't do it. Don't do it, Atlus. Another thing that I think they'll do is a P5A thing, a Persona 5 Arena game. Now, I think it's already been talked about, you know, Arxis was stuck on Strive and developing that, so that's why they couldn't work on a P5A game, so it was delayed, and that's probably why we got, I think, P5S in the meantime, but even still, I think P5A is still going to be a thing, and I'm not sure when, but it's cool. It's going to be cool to see. However, it being out within this year, probably not. I'd say 2022. Arxis just got done with Strive, so give them a little break, Atlus, please. The last announcement that I think they'll do. Now, I know I'm not staying within 6 here. I might have passed, you know, whatever, but, you know, I'm just kind of going off here, so don't mind me. I think they'll announce this Persona Super Live event for, you know, the announcement of Persona 6 / the protagonist of 6 to be selling them posters for, so that'll be real cool to see, you know, another Super Live event, and those usually seem really cool, and yeah, I'd like to go to one, but that will probably never happen, but regardless, it's still gonna be cool to see at some point Persona 6 announced at the P Super Live event. Okay, I'm done rambling finally. Put what you think in the comments down below to what will be announced. Either, you know, if you think Persona 6 will be announced or it won't be. Whichever else you have, yeah, just put in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.